10, 9, 8. That clock's pretty accurate. All right, the Monday, November 17th, 2025 council meeting will now come to order. The first item on our agenda is a moment of reflection, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And at this time, I'd like to have Liam come forth. He's a Boy Scout from Troop 307. He's going to lead us into the pledge. If everyone will rise, and we'll go on your mark.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Liam. All right. Council, you've had the opportunity to review the minutes from the October 6th meetings. Are there any questions or concerns, comments for those? All right. Hearing none, those are approved. There are no communications, petitions, and awards tonight, and there's no public hearing as well. That brings us to, at this time, welcome comments from interested citizens. As you come to the podium, please clarify or clearly state your name and address for the record. We further ask that those who speak to follow the etiquette of communicating with respect to others. As a courtesy, please stay on topic with your statements. A reminder that this is not a forum for arguments or debate. In an event or an effort to give all citizens an opportunity to express their thoughts and concerns, we ask you to keep their comments as brief as possible and limit them to 5 minutes. Anyone? Okay.
Excuse me. Robert Shanahan, 7733 South Brown School Road. After the special meeting last week, we now have 3 versions of the infamous Traffic Impact Study Amendment to Ordinance 25-02. The version that was actually voted on, the version that was actually recorded and published, and the version that was somewhat agreed upon last week. You can argue all you want about intent or meaning, but the fact remains that the council created and voted on an amendment with specific wording and a specific meaning in the English language at the March 3rd council meeting. When the referendum package was submitted in the spring, the committee fully intended and meant for the package to be complete and correct. Yet it was denied because it did not meet the exact wording and meaning of the ordinance as written. Who gets to choose when the law needs to be followed exactly word for word, or when it's okay to use a loose interpretation of the language? Why did both of these instances go against the local taxpayers and for the out-of-town developers? If I get blind, stinking drunk and blow through a red light at twice the legal speed limit, killing a family of 4, I don't get a walk by telling the judge, hey, I didn't mean for that to happen. I intended to make it home safe. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but many decisions have been made over the past 14 months. Yeah, that's how long we've been talking about this. And every one of them has gone, almost everyone, in favor of the developers. That doesn't seem to be a coincidence to me.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? All right. Last chance. All right, seeing none, we'll continue on with the city manager's report. Mr. Aldhouse, you have 2 items tonight.
Thank you, Your Honor. First one, city offices will be closed on Thursday, November 27th and Friday, November 28th in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. The Recreation Center will be open on Thanksgiving Day from 7 a.m. until noon for the fitness area, gym, and track. The Recreation Center will resume regular hours and schedule on Friday, November 28th. And number 2, the Christmas tree lighting and holiday market will be running from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. inside the Vandalia Recreation Center Gymnasium, where you'll be able to get a head start on your holiday shopping from a various number of vendors. The tree lighting ceremony will start promptly at 6 p.m. Join us for refreshments, music, activities, and a chance to tell Santa Claus your Christmas wish. Please make sure you bring cash and card to the market to purchase your items and raffle tickets.
Great. There are no action items tonight, and we have no old business this evening. That brings us to resolutions. Resolution 25R52 by title only. Mr. McDonald?
A resolution amending the general services pay plan for employees of the City of Vandalia, Ohio for the year 2026.
Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. A recommended 3.5% increase to the top and bottom of each pay range for all full-time positions for 2026. This adjustment will allow the city to continue to attract and retain high-performing quality employees. Approval of the 2026 General Services Pay Plan aligns with our 2023 citywide policy goals of trust and confidence and opportunity. And as mentioned during the study session, that one minor title change with the position of fire captains to fire battalion chiefs will be adjusted.
All right, great, thank you. Do I have a motion?
Your Honor, I'll move that we approve Resolution 25R52 as presented.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Councilmember Lewis and a second by Councilmember Avalotis Weaver to approve Resolution 25R52. Are there any comments or questions, concerns from council?
Kurt, this is the one that you said is not just across the board, that it's merit-based?
That is correct. So based on there is a point value that's given to each employee during their performance evaluation because they're graded on a number of dimensions. So that point value will equate to anywhere from a 0 to a 4% increase based on their grade from that performance evaluation.
Thank you.
All right, anything else? All right, please call the roll.
Councilmember Dugan,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Avalotis Weaver,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Blakesley.
And I vote yes, and the resolution passes 6-0. Brings us to Resolution 25R52. Three, thank you.
A resolution amending the part-time the part-time pay plan for employees of the City of Vandalia for the year 2026.
Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. A recommended 3.5% increase to all part-time positions for 2026 with the exception of tipped employees. The wage for tipped employees will be established in accordance with the State of Ohio Department of Commerce, and this has not yet been released for 2026. Approval of this new part-time pay plan aligns with our 2023 citywide policy goals of trust and confidence and opportunity.
All right, do I have a motion?
I move that we accept Resolution 25R53.
Second.
All right, I have a motion from Councilmember Dugan and a second by Councilmember Fairst to approve Resolution 25R53. Any comments from council? All right, please call the roll.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Avalotis Weaver,
Yes.
Councilmember Dugan,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Blakesley.
And I vote yes, and the resolution passes 6-0. Brings us to Resolution 25R54.
A resolution amending the contract with Pickrell, Schaefer, and Ebling regarding law director services.
Mr. Althouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. The City of Vandalia has contracted with Pickrell, Schaefer, and Ebeling Company, LPA, known as PSE, to provide certain legal services to Vandalia and serve as Vandalia's law director since June 1st, 2005. The city has received quality legal services for the past 20 years under this contractual agreement with PSE and has maintained consistent legal representation with the law director through PSE. There have been 2 amendments to the contractual agreement since 2005 to account for rate changes. PSE is requesting a 3rd amendment to this contract to account for increased costs associated with providing legal services. Under the 3rd amendment, effective January 1st, 2026 until December 31st, 2026, the services provided by PSE to Vandalia would be at a rate of $195 per hour for attorneys, and effective January 1st, 2027, the services provided by PSE would be at a rate of $215 per hour for attorneys. All other terms and conditions of the contract shall remain in full force and effect. Our 2026 budget for legal services was increased to account for a possible rate change.
All right, do I have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 25-R-54 as presented.
Second.
All right, I have a motion from Councilmember Forrest and a second from Councilmember Follick to approve Resolution 25R54. Any comments from council? All right, Mr. McDonald, please call the roll.
Councilmember Follick,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Avalotis Weaver,
Yes.
Councilmember Dugan,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Blakesley.
And I vote yes, and the resolution passes 6-0. That brings us to ordinances in the first reading. Ordinance 2529.
An ordinance approving a PUD final plan and associated record plan for Section 1 of the Riverdale subdivision, generally located at 7848 South Brown School Road.
Mr. Aldhouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. The applicant Addison Properties requests approval of a PUD final plan and associated record plan for Section 1 of the Riverdale subdivision. The proposed final plan includes 58 single-family residential lots on 21.84 acres plus or minus, of which 3.519 acres would be dedicated as public right-of-way. On October 28, 2025, the Planning Commission voted 4-1 to recommend approval of the proposed final plan and record plan.
And before I call for a motion, Mr. McDonald, would you also repeat, or please repeat, what you shared with us during our special meeting last week in reference to this first reading?
Yes, that this is a procedural vote right now to move this forward to a second reading as required pursuant to the language of our charter and our code. This is not a vote for or against the ordinance itself. It is simply to move it on as required to a second reading where a final vote will be taken.
All right, thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
Your Honor, I'll move to approve ordinance 2529 in the first reading.
Second.
All right, I have a motion from Councilmember Follick and a second by Councilmember Lewis to approve ordinance 2529 in the first reading. Any comments or other questions from council? All right, please call the roll.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Avalotis Weaver,
Yes.
Councilmember Dugan,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Follick,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Blakesley.
And I vote yes, and the ordinance, the first reading, 2529, passes 6-0. There are no ordinances in the second reading. However, we do have 2 ordinances as an emergency tonight. Ordinance 2527 as emergency.
An ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Vandalia, Ohio, during the calendar year ending December 31, 2026, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Aldhouse.
Thank you, Your Honor. The 2026 proposed budget is complete and legislation has been prepared for council consideration. There were 3 changes applied to the proposed budget after the second budget workshop, and they are as follows. Number 1, removal of the 2030 capital requests in the Capital Improvement Fund for Art Park solar pathway lighting in the amount of $310,000. Reduction of street surfacing cost in 2026 to 2030 in the street fund by the total of $1 million, and increased costs for street resurfacing between 2026 and 2030 in the Police Fire Street CIP fund by a total of $1 million. Once the year 2025 has been closed and balanced in early 2026, the actual final revenue and expense amounts will be entered into the new budget software ClearGov, and a 2025 final and 2026 budget digital book will be created, available and distributed in late February 2026 in both electronic and paper formats.
All right, and since this is an emergency ordinance, I'll open a public hearing for ordinance 2527. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to address council, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Going once, going twice. All right, seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and ask for a motion from council.
Your Honor, I'll move to approve ordinance 2527 as an emergency.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Follick and a second from Councilmember Lewis to approve ordinance 2527 as an emergency. Anything from council? Any comments, concerns on this? All right. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Avalotis Weaver,
Yes.
Councilmember Dugan,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Follick,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Blakesley.
And I vote yes, and the ordinance 2527 passes as an emergency 6-0. We have one more emergency. Sorry about that. Emergency 2528.
An ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of notes in the maximum principal amount of $18 million in anticipation of the issuance of bonds for the purpose of paying the cost of improving the city's facilities by constructing, furnishing, and equipping a public works complex, including related site improvements, together with all necessary and related appurtenances thereto, and declaring an emergency.
All right, Mr. Allhouse?
Thank you, Your Honor. In preparation for the upcoming Public Works Facility project, the city will be securing funds by the issuance and sale of notes in the maximum principal amount of $18 million in anticipation of the issuance of bonds later. The interest rate on the note shall not exceed 6% and will mature on December 1st, 2026. Issuing a one-year renewal note will provide flexibility to monitor the interest rate and allow for the opportunity to pay down additional funds received through grant funding or planned budgeting at maturity in 2026, and assist in the decision-making process to either continue with the issuance of renewal notes or switch to bonds. The difference in financing between notes and bond is with notes, the interest rate varies each year, and issuance costs are assessed with each annual borrowing. Bonds include a fixed interest rate and issuance cost, albeit higher, but are only assessed at the initial borrowing.
All right, and since this is an emergency ordinance, I will open a public hearing for ordinance 2528. If there's anyone in the audience who wants to address council on this, come to the podium, state your name and address for the record. All right, seeing none, I'll close the public hearing and ask for a motion from council.
I move that we accept ordinance number 25-28 as an emergency.
Second.
All right, I have a motion from Councilmember Dugan and a second from Councilmember Fairst to approve ordinance 2528 as an emergency. Any comments or questions from council? All right, please call the roll.
Councilmember Dugan,
Yes.
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Follick,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Avalotis Weaver,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Blakesley.
And I vote yes, and ordinance 2528, an emergency, passes 6-0. All right, that brings us to Boards Commission meeting minutes of October 8th and the Planning Commission meeting minutes of October 28th. Any comments or concerns there? They're noted. All right, I imagine those will stand approved then. And lastly, then we have a bill listing in the amount of $5,413,988.90, and the expense over $25,000 for the monthly purchase in the detail amount of $23,017.97. Any comments from council there? All right, very good. And now that brings us to council comments with all the legislation taken care of. And we'll start with Mr. McDonald.
Just thank you all for your consideration in renewing the contract. Appreciate it.
Very good. Mr. Allhouse.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Councilmember Lewis. He looked
Done.
surprised.
I thought Mr. Shanahan had some sage comments, although I don't necessarily agree with his metaphor or analogy. I think he raises a salient point. And beyond that, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Follick.
Just to echo the wish for a happy Thanksgiving to everyone, if the desire of council is supportive, it's been a couple years since we've done the appreciation event for our volunteers, our boards and commission members. So is that something that we can look at maybe doing in the spring or summer? Because I think it's been 2 or 3 years since we've done that. We were originally going to try to do it every 2 years. So, and lastly, I would like to wish our clerk of council, deputy clerk of council, Ms. Schwartz, a happy birthday on Wednesday. She'll be turning 29 again. Happy birthday. And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Councilmember First.
Really nothing this evening, thank you. I do have, well, happy birthday to Angela and happy birthday to Councilman Lewis. He had a birthday yesterday also, so,
Oh,
yes.
so
We
we'll be
should have a
singing
party
happy
up
birthday.
here.
Yeah, singing happy birthday here.
But thank you.
At the end.
And thank you for participating, citizens. We all need to hear from you and appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, Councilmember Avalotis Weaver.
I want to make a motion to excuse Mayor Herbst from the meetings tonight.
All right. Is there a second? Second. All right. A motion to excuse Mayor Herbst tonight in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And it passes 6-0. All right, he's excused.
He's excused. Yeah, I also just wanted to wish everybody a happy and safe Thanksgiving, and that is all.
And we circle back to Councilmember Dugan.
I'll just ditto the happy birthdays and the happy Thanksgivings to everybody. Be safe.
Very good. And basically, that's all I had was happy Thanksgiving, and now I added that to the list of happy birthdays. So with that, nothing else. This meeting's adjourned.